ago, they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Miami Dolphins. And we are underway in Buffalo. A nice little gift there to start the ball game as they will begin things at the 40-yard line. Play action. Now it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Allen to throw it. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Allen's throw here pulled in by Beasley. Allen to Beasley. First down, Buffalo. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. At the 11-yard line. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Allen now looks to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important. And especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish. But you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
2nd down and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, here's Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. From midfield, here's Tua. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Right back to Singletary on second down. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. No score after one on EA Sports. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Christian Wilkins busting through to get him for a loss of 6. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Point after here coming up. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. Dolphins nothing. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And
as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's good for 28 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs on his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, and I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Allen going to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
So the first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Going for it all. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle. As the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here. They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen, check down to Breida. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Rolling to his right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Salvon Ahmed, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Sanders now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Now Allen. It's complete to Diggs. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Now Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox, his 3rd touchdown now on the air. And the Bills have taken the lead. Tyler Bass now for the point after.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, They go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
8 yards to go on second down. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's first and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 30-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Sanders on for the extra point. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, head of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Allen. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Tua's throws taken in by Waddle. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Tua. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. First down, Miami. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. Throw right side complete to Carter. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Salvon Ahmed, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Allen. Forced out to his left. Allen hit. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Allen. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. A handoff as they run the counter play. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Sanders' kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now Allen. He gets this complete to Diggs, and they're able to get this one across the 35. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Dolphins, they get a much-needed victory to get to 3-5 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the loss drops them back to 4th.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. There's more where that came from, my money is silly. I feel it envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. Hey, hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war.